Hello friends, this is Grace, Mommy Supermodel. I just want to share with you something of a personal reminder, something that I used to remind myself. And it's this one sentence, that if there is anything that I see, that I like, that I admire, I should know that someone worked hard to get it that way. Someone worked hard to get it to the point where now I can see it and admire it. And maybe want to work for something like that for myself. So whatever it is, maybe it's a business, maybe it's a family, a marriage that works very well, a beautiful marriage. Maybe you're just passing by the road and you see somebody's lawn, well manicured lawn, or a beautiful garden. Or maybe you know a student with very good grades. Maybe you see someone's physique. You know that they work hard to make it that way. So whatever it is that you admire, even a nation, okay, an organization, a company, something that runs smoothly and beautifully, or even a choir that you hear sing wonderfully and you're so moved, whatever that is for you, I like to remind myself that someone worked hard to get it that way. Nothing happens by chance. Nothing just happens on its own. Now you can say, what is new about that? That is obvious. I'm glad you said that. It is obvious. But like I find out for myself, like I found out, sometimes we need these reminders. Because if we don't remind ourselves that way, then when we come up against some difficulties while we're trying to accomplish our own, we might lose heart. It is important to remind yourself that those people who were able to successfully do theirs, to complete it, to finish it, to accomplish it to the point where you admire it, they never give up. And also equally important is that they do not have any magical skills. They don't have some special powers. It is just that they were very diligent in the small things. They paid attention in the execution of their ideas. So the point is that an idea in and of itself is worth very little. Ideas are good, of course. Everything created starts from an idea, but it doesn't ever end with an idea or even with a shoddy average performance. So I start with an idea, yes, but my execution is just as important. The way I go about implementing that idea is just as important. Ideas, plans, strategies, all those things are still intangible. The point where it becomes really, really valuable is when I transform that intangible idea or plan or strategy or goal into the execution to bring it to a tangible good or product or service, something that someone can benefit from. That is where I really have done something worthwhile. We can get 1 trillion ideas from now, between the time you wake up from bed to the time you go to sleep in the evening. But what is that worth? Except in the execution, and not just in the average execution, in an excellent, superior execution. That is why you and I will look back and admire that thing. Admire the couple that has been married for decades and they're still in love with each other. It does not happenstance. They work hard on that. Or you see a company that thrives decade after decade through booms and busts, times of plenty or in recession. There is a way that the management of that company has shepherded and steered the ship of that company. And so when times are good, they thrive. When times are bad, and they're able to weather the storm. Or if it's someone who has gone through a personal triumph, whatever it is that you see, you admire, someone worked hard to get it that way. There was a period where that person diligently executed with wholehearted, superior, excellent dedication, wholehearted involvement. And so if I want what they have, this is not jealousy. This is not covetousness. This is not wanting something that someone has to take it away from them, or wishing that you had what they had to take away from them. No, this is being inspired. There's a difference. This is being inspired by what they have. This is seeing something that someone has and you say, I am so happy for you, and you mean it. God bless you. And then I go about finding out how I can help myself likewise. That is inspirational. Okay, even Jesus wants us to be like him. We can never be Jesus, of course not. But we want to model our behavior. We want to be transformed to become that new person. So we're new and improved. It's the same thing. So if I like the way you and your husband, for example, you live in your house, your marriage, I want to ask you, I want to find out, if I can, what works. How did you get it that way? Because I know you didn't just get up in the morning and everything works magically. I know you did put in some effort. I know you worked at it. That much I know. Now, what I want to learn from you is how you did it, so I can copy it. There's no shame in that. Actually, there's wisdom in that. When you see something that is wise, something that is beautiful, something that works, you should be inspired to want to do likewise, to copy it, to emulate such honorable, worthy behaviors. There is no point in seeing something that works, that you need a similar cure for yourself, and then maybe out of spite or jealousy, and you ignore it. I say, never mind that. When you need it. So the point is that when I see, again, let me reiterate my point. When I see something that works well, I know that person works hard for it. And I want to find out from them, how they did it. Ideas are excellent. But execution, the implementation of the idea is just as valuable. It's just as crucial. If I can have the best idea in the world and I go about it in a very half-hearted, mediocre fashion, you will not like the outcome. You will not admire it up to the point where you want to copy it. You might not dismiss it. You might not say, oh, that's nonsense. But it will not move you, inspire you, and really, really convince you to the point where you want to do similar. You will only be persuaded by excellence. We often have something that stops us in our tracks and we go, whoa. Or we will look back like, oh man, that's just lovely. That's just beautiful. Oh wow. You applaud it. Because it arrests you in its execution and its performance. The beauty of it. The peacefulness of it. The profit of it. The loveliness of it. Whatever attracted you to it was done with love and excellence, with some diligence and persistence and consistency. So I just want to remind us that if there's anything that you are about doing and you have seen someone accomplish it, be encouraged that it is possible for you. Your marriage can look that good. Your business can be that successful. Your grades can improve to the point where you can be the top of the class if you want to. Your health can improve if you start taking care of yourself, eating better, and exercising. Whatever it is, your children can improve. You can have a better relationship with them if you start paying attention and start finding where you fall short and working at it, being patient, that it will not happen overnight. Nothing good does anyway. But know that it is possible for you. Be encouraged by that. Look at those people. Let them be models for you. Look at those situations. Let them be models for you. Let me tell you something. Those people that you are admiring, if you ask them, they will tell you that even they were inspired by somebody else, that they learned from some other person who had gone before them, who had done something similar, who had been right about it, who had been excellent in their execution, who had been successful in the same endeavor, and they too were inspired, and they probably copied some ideas, some strategies, something that worked from the other person. So you see, we all learn from each other. There is no shame in it. If you see something that works, that is similar to where you're going, no shame in copying it. But know that it is in the execution. Know that that person worked hard at this thing. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen by magic. They do not have any special powers that you do not have. We all have something. So that should make you glad. It should make you feel that mine too is possible. Whatever it is that I want for myself, I can attain if I apply the same mindset, the same work ethic, the same push, the same drive, the same persistence, the same excellent execution, the same total commitment and dedication that that person did. I can accomplish the same, and who knows, maybe even better. When God created the universe, when creation was done, every time he did something, he said, and that was good. God admired his own handwork. In his almighty mind, he has seen universe. He has seen the universe. He has seen all of creation. He had already seen you and I. And that is why when he brought it forth, when he brought the seas, the ocean, the sun and moon and stars and even the animals, everything, he said, it was good. The light, it was good. Good because he recognized it. From the beauty that was in him to what was out in the open, it was the same. It matched. I want to encourage you, my friends, let your work match the grand idea in your mind. Let the beauty that is inside of you match what you do outside. So when we see it, we see your genius. When we see it, we see the inspiration in you. When we see it, we see that lovely godliness in you. Let it match. But it will only match if the work that you do matches the beauty inside. If it will only match if the way you go about it is with the same loveliness and the same commitment, the same beauty, the same aspirational thinking that was inside of you is displayed in your work, in the way you go about it. That's how when you look at it, you'll be proud to say, it is good. And others will look at it and they will concur. They will agree with you and say, it is good. And further than that, they will copy you. They want to copy what you did because, like they say, flattery, but imitation is the purest form of flattery. So I don't flatter you with my words. The best way for me to flatter you is if you see me doing what you did yesterday. If you, let's say you are a dancer and we are dancing in the same company and you did a move yesterday that I admired. The best way for you to find out what I think about that move, if you see me doing it. If you're a soccer player or basketball player and the way the moves you make in the field, if I like it, the best way for you to find out that I approve of that is if you see me trying to do the same. How about a company, the strategy, even in politics, the things that work, the things that you admire, we tend to copy. So my friends, go about your work the same way, with the same mindset, that others can look at it and say, it is good. And agree with you that it is good. And not just a verbal agreement, but they go about copying it. Because like I said when I started this video, when you see something that is beautiful, know that someone gave something of themselves to it. Someone gave themselves. The Bible says God made us in his image. So when we make things too, we make them in our image because we give of ourselves to our creations. Whatever we make, there's some part of us that has been invested and committed into that thing. We are into that thing. That is why when people build anything, companies or whatever, they are so invested in it because it is not just their time. There is a part of them that went into that, in their thoughts and their dreams and all the times that they've spent in it and the imagination and the sacrifices and sweat and effort they gave of themselves into that endeavor. And that is the reason why, again, you and I will look at it. Because when you really truly give something of yourself to an endeavor, it shows. It will be obvious, even to the blindest mind, like they say. So when you do something, really give of yourself, not half-heartedly. Really do give of yourself, so it will be obvious. And so someone will flatter you by copying you. Thank you. That's really all I want to say for today. Again, like I said, it was a personal reminder for myself. I thought, why not share it with my friends? So there you have it. Have a lovely, wonderful Sunday. God bless you. And join us next time. I have a video for you new tomorrow. Don't miss it. And please share with your friends. Bye for now.